Hi, and welcome to another video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. Um, I forgot to add this video at the end of the video that I just did. Okay, so you'll be seeing this video after I uploaded the one before this one. And one of the articles that I didn't talk about is this article right here. This is from psychologicalscience.org, and it talks about how police use manipulation, okay, to convict people of crimes or to convince them that they committed a crime that never happened. Okay, not convict, but convince. All right. Actually, it's not the police. This is actually a study that they did, but we've seen throughout the justice system here in the United States that police manipulate, intimidate uh, people into confessing or admitting to crimes that they didn't commit. One such case is the Central Park Five, where the police use manipulation tactics to uh, get these five young teenagers to admit to murder, right? And then years later, their conviction was overturned after it was found that they didn't committed the crime and somebody else had done that crime, and they had the DNA evidence from that individual to prove that that individual did the crime and not these five teenagers. So this happens all the time, particularly with black people here in the United States. There are so many black people in prison for crimes that they didn't commit. Either they've been coerced into a confession, they've been set up, right, by the crooked police and the DA, okay, and the judge, sometimes all three working together to supply bodies, black bodies, to the private prison industry to work for slave labor, all right, basically slavery, okay. So, you know, again, people should read this. It says the article is people can be convinced they committed a crime that never happened. Okay, and so this is a very important read. Okay, and all TIs, you guys should read this and share this. Okay, share it. Okay, so like I said, forgot to include uh, this video, and this is again yesterday. You see uh, when I on my way back to Pam's block with the police, the heavy police presence along the way, and then after I got upstairs, um, I came back down later on to go and pick up the kids from school, and as I was walking to the intersection, um, you'll see the police vehicle here again synchronization. Okay, and it was actually on our way back, and so as we were approaching the intersection, the police car was approaching the intersection on the uh, parallel direction, and this is the kind of stuff that they do. This is the heavy-handed police targeting that has been happening in the past couple of days. And again, I have to record it. And so even today, right? Today, I just came back from picking up the kids, as you heard in the previous video, and I'm walking to the kids' school again, approaching the intersection. You'll see the police vehicle here turning slowly. Okay, and again, you see the guy in the red. Okay, the red sweater. You love the red theme. And again, I'm going to show you how the civilian perpetrators work in tandem with the police to engage in this coercive persuasion program and the psychological harassment and torture of myself and other TIs who are experiencing the same thing. And so you see the police car turn. You see the guy at the corner. Let me go back again. So you see the guy at the red. He looked at me, and then he looked at the police car. Then he turns and he looks at this woman right here. Now you see she raised her hands up, right? See her hands is up. Okay, what she's doing is hand signals. Okay, and as you get closer, again, she didn't stop. Now look at what she does. Okay, she does this, which is kind of like the white power sign. Okay, and the majority of police officers who target me are white. Okay, and you have these racist police officers basically manipulating the black community, okay, into engaging into this type of behavior. And you'll see she's going to really flash the white power sign. Okay, see that? Okay, followed by another perp as she walks and she does this. See that? Okay, followed by another woman, another perp behind her here. And what this woman did is that she had her hands down and she raised her hand and she placed it against her clothing. You hear the police sirens or the ambulance. Okay, now if you look by the bus stop right here, you'll see this woman here, and then she's gonna walk across. She has a red bag, and she walks across. She turns so I can see the red bag, and then she turns around, and then she places the palm of her hands against her face. Okay, let's go, and you guys can see it right here. Okay, her hands is placed, the palm of her hands is placed right against her face. Okay, now they're not done. Okay, so I got to the school, pick up the kids. We exit out the building, the school, and immediately police sirens, right? And so um, I was trying to, because my alarm on my phone had went off, right? Because I have my alarm set for like 5:15, and it went off, and I was trying to, you know, stop it, but it didn't. I couldn't do that. I couldn't stop it. So while I was fighting, I was like, you know what? I was like, F it. I pressed the record button, and I was able to at least get this snippet of the police vehicle. Okay. Okay. So I wanted to get that part. That part. So now I'm walking up. Okay. And you hear my daughter making noise because again, you know, when I'm being heavily targeted by the police with the noise campaign, it affects my kids because they're with me. Okay. And so not only are they, uh, you know, targeted me with the noise campaign, but also my children. And it does affect my children because all that noise all the time. Okay. I mean, what I had went through in the beginning when this was happening, I went through a breakdown, right? I went through a nervous psychological breakdown because of the noise campaign and all that stuff. So you could imagine what my kids are going through when they're with me and I'm being heavily targeted like this. Okay. And so I was walking and then I stopped taping, but then I was like, hold up, I need to start recording this again. So here they, and again, this is, you know, one thing, but even though I had stopped the phone from recording, I started back right away when I realized what was happening. Okay, so you'll see this guy here. He's he got his hard hat on, construction work, I guess, and he parks his vehicles right there. And okay, so you hear me say license plate JBB5329, because again, you know, here they are with the number 32. Okay, with the trigger. All right, let me see if I can zoom this up, and I have to do this in order to enlarge it. Okay, so now let's go back. Um, brighten up a little bit. Okay, so while he is trying to target me, see he turned his face because you see I'm recording. There's a guy across the street, you know, he's wearing a gray sweater, and he's doing this. Okay, that's what he's doing. Again, I'm not trying to target any of you guys looking at my video. I'm just showing what he was doing, because you'll see me pan the phone, and then he's going to turn around and walk off. Okay, so you see, the minute I turn the phone to record, he turns around and he starts walking away. And you see how this guy wouldn't turn around, but he's looking in that direction. Okay, and you see this lady walking by. Okay, doing these hand signals, and as I get close, she puts her hands down. So let's try and let me see. Remember what she was doing. Uh, she was, oh yes, so she was grabbing on the collar of her vest, right, and trying to subtly give me the middle finger. Okay, and this is her. Okay, she's wearing shades. You know, I didn't have any shades on because it's a very cloudy day. But you know, this is what they do. Remember, they're working in tandem, so one after the next, one after the next. Even her, yeah, because you see, she stopped targeting me when uh, she got closer. She see that I had the phone in my hand. Okay, this is the things that these people do. I guess, like I said, I guess, but again, with it working in tandem with these crooked police officers, these cult driven fanatics, okay, these religious driven fanatics that participate in these type of psychological harassment and psychological intimidation. Okay, but again, and I'll state it, this is just to try to discredit me, to get rid of me, because I am the victim of a non-consensual human experimentation. They have used directed energy weapons on me to damage my spine and my brain. They have engaged in, uh, psychological warfare. Okay, they have implanted me with a microchip for the sole purpose of remote neural monitoring. Okay, to study it in a real world setting. Okay, and to use microwave technology in order to manipulate and mind control myself and the people around me. Okay, so that's it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.